What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. It's TU20 Vanguard Day. We are on the 6th of February 2024 and we have got a new best in slot AR, and it is not what anybody was thinking. Just before we get into it, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's go. Right, so assault rifles. I can't actually believe I'm doing this video. You can see an assault rifle always comes with health damage here, 21%, and obviously that's only useful in a variety of scenarios: dogs, chungers, you know, once you've killed armor bars, blah blah blah. And then obviously now we can, you know, on the Eagle Bearer we can put damage target out to cover on the bottom, which is great. The shield splinterer, you know, got a huge buff because it's an F2000. I can't find mine. Maybe I've got it on. Yeah, there it is. You know, damage numbers look really good. And it's really cheap now to get to expertise level 25. But that is not the point of this video. If we flick to the patch notes, we can see all the changes here in assault rifles. And one that absolutely slipped me by in the PTS, and I would never have thought about testing this because it's just not an assault rifle that you put in a striker's build, for instance, is the capacitor. The capacitor got a 10% weapon damage buff. And you're like, Tickle, so what? You know, it's meant for an all yellow build. Well, you can already see here, if you, for those keen-eyed people that have already noticed, look at the damage number. It says on here it's 142k, and what we'll do is we'll replace my Eagle Bearer for now, and we'll just do a quick scan down the list. It's 142k. The shield splinter is only 115 with this build that I've got on. My Eagle Bearer, we all know the Eagle Bearer hits really hard, is 129, and they have the same expertise level. My Sen Elmo that has 4 expertise more is only 112. The FAMAS is 110. Now, I know, you know, this is not even going into numbers and stuff and things like that, but I already know that this is going to hit that hard. That, you know, it's got an 800 RPM, which is good. It's got 41, all right, it's not 60, it's not 70, but this is crazy how good this is going to work. And what we'll do here, we'll give you a quick example. We'll not bother about striker stacks or anything like that for now. We can see at the top 597. We'll do it against, you know, 603 is what I was expecting. You can see strikers kicking in 615 or obliterate. All right, so, you know, 600k. So let's flick to the Eagle Bearer. We'll use the Eagle Bearer because we can already see it's 129. So it's going to hit really hard. And with a crit, 476. It's like nearly 130k difference just off one bullet. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this, and what I think is probably been overlooked. And I fully expect that this will probably get a change at some point. Hopefully they'll just change it in a decent way and they'll not just cap the gun altogether. But this is why. So when you look here on this capacitor, this is the one that I always ran. This is my normal capacitor where I first noticed the changes. It comes with assault rifle damage, but it's different than other ARs. It comes with damage to armor in the middle slot. And then at the bottom, health damage. So, you know, normally everything today, generally we would roll this to damage target out of cover, or maybe we would keep it at health damage, depending on what skills you use with them. I know people who run multiple capacitors for different skill builds and things like that. But if we're going to run it in an all red build, we want damage target out of cover on the bottom. So as you can see here, I've got one with damage target out of cover on the bottom. Now, the game doesn't let you optimize this second attribute. And I think that's obviously why this has been completely overlooked. Because it just says, no, you can't optimize that. You know, ARs aren't meant to have that here or whatever. It just doesn't let you do it. So if you want to get the best of the best of the best for an all red one, you've got to just, you know, re-roll the capacitor completely and hope that you get a good damage to armor roll. Then you then can optimize the core attribute here, the assault rifle damage, and you can actually optimize damage target out of cover. I got really lucky with this one. It was literally, I think it was 12%, 10%, 10%. I'm not willing to risk the other 2% here just for something that might not be sticking around for now anyway. And that's crazy. And what makes this even better is that what we tend to forget is that the mod here has a 30% critical hit damage mod in this thing. You know, it has critical hit chance in here. You know, it has some weapon handling in here. It unfortunately only has 11 round mag, but it just makes it absolutely insane. And it's put it right at the top because it just hits for crazy numbers. And, you know, let's just have a look at it now at the top of some striker stacks. So we'll go body first of all. And you can see here already, you know, it's beginning to do crazy numbers. This is the body, don't forget. So we're pretty much at the top now, and we're chunking over 1 million. You know, 1.1 million when we were hitting armor then at the top, and at the head, 1.44. Nearly 1.5 million headshots with the capacitor. Now, what I don't know, this is obviously, I'm running firewall with this because I normally use the shield. And that's without even a damage talent on the bottom. Shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each still gives you 1.5% skill damage. But then for every yellow tier, we get some weapon damage. So what I'm wondering is, and I can't remember if this is actually a thing, if we change to technician, are we going to get a buff? Because now we've technically got one extra skill tier. And I can assure you, everybody's minds is watching this is going, oh, actually, what about running Picaro's holster with a yellow and still keeping the weapon damage? Exactly. There is so many crazy builds, and even old skill damage builds are going to get a huge buff from this because they're just going to hit harder. So we remember that was 1.44 on the head, wasn't it? And just over 1 mil on the body. Let's just double check. I can't actually remember the full body one, but we'll see if it's a noticeable difference. Going to be a noticeable difference, I can already tell. Let's get the armor shot in. 1-1. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a, there is, we'll just do the head. 144 was the head, and armor shot please. Yeah, so we get a damage bonus because we've got a skill tier. So it just makes, this is just crazy. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy. And you could then revive hive. I could run, I could run a drone with this, stick on the striker drone for a distraction. And that's going to do some, half decent damage. Not going to be amazing, but it's going to do some half decent damage because we're going to get some skill damage. We're going to get, what's that, 60% skill damage. That's crazy. And it's going to be classed as a tier 1 drone as well because we technically now have one skill tier. And it's insane. And you look at the stats, I'm at exactly 60%. I'm at 147 crit damage, and I could technically even lower that because I am running Coyote's Mask. I could, quite easily flick off one crit chance mod and change that for a crit damage mod. Basically straightforward everywhere here. The normal Seska chest, crit chance, crit damage with obliterate, and then we just got strikers with crit damage, crit chance, crit damage. Then we've got the knees as well here with crit damage. And yeah, your new, they've got 5 more levels I could add to this. Look how much more damage it does than the shield splinterer. If I add another 5 levels on it, it doesn't matter about this RPM. It doesn't matter about the mag. It's just really good. Really good. Really easy to shoot. Really easy to control. Look at it. It's a blooming laser. I don't think this is going to stick around. Like I said, it's definitely not intended because I think it was just an oversight with this patch that they forgot that this one has damage to armor in here. It was a little bit different when it came out. It could cost you a fortune to re-roll one of these things. I got really, really lucky in being able to put this together. But here was me. I was getting my shield splinter ready to go, thinking, oh yeah, this is great. I got my eagle bearer roll to damage target out of cover. I flipped over. I got my Regulus ready with damage target out of cover. And actually, I'm going to be playing around with the capacitor. The hidden star of TU20 so far. That's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And let me see some of them wild builds that you're going to be putting together with this thing. Because red builds, skill builds, everything that uses this is going to benefit from this. So just let me know down below in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.